Good morning. I just listened to a video that TRE57 Productions did last night. He tagged me in it, so while I was drinking my tea, I was outside on my porch just listening to what he said. And you can see the title of this video right here. TRE57 Production had spiritual protection show up from another realm. And he did a video last night. I'm just going to read you the description. I'm going to put an S in the one part. I'm just going to read you the description that I had put. I felt within my being that he was saying, what he was saying was real. We are not alone, and we are always being watched over, even when we get upset. Thank you, TRE57, for sharing what happened to you, and happy birthday to your baby girl. Love you. So, good morning, Rebecca from Australia, you all. Yesterday, I'm going to tell you in short, yesterday was Trey's baby girl's birthday. And she is since, you know, in another realm living. And something had happened to him at work, and he got upset. And he was talking on his phone, and he was a little bit angry, and he wasn't paying attention, and it was dark. And a deer had shown up out of nowhere while he's in this frame of mind. And it was right 2 feet in front of him, and he thought, okay, this is going to damage my vehicle. This is going to do it. It got his attention. It rammed into the side of his vehicle, and he after he had stopped, and he saw the deer limping and then the deer trotting, and he walked around his vehicle. He thought, okay, it's already messed up, and there wasn't nothing there. So he looked at the deer, and the deer just went off trotting. It was a buck. And he continued to drive with his hazards on until he got to a lighted area to check if there was any more damage. And he got home. And after that happened, he was telling, he's telling us how it happened. When he got home, his TV changes screens, and that buck showed up on his TV. Just like that. And yesterday was his baby girl's birthday. He feels within his spirit, and I do too, that his baby girl was telling him, you need to calm down. It's okay. It's going to be all right. And it was. That's you all. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. It's real. The other realm is real. Let me come over. Gina, honey, get your cell phone. You all, it really did. I had goosebumps when he was telling me, because I'm a spiritual individual, and you are probably a spiritual individual too, and you know that there is help. We are being watched over by our families who have passed and stuff, by angels. We know that we are, you all. Don't ever think for 1 second that you're not being watched over. Don't ever think. We're going to go to his channel, and we're going to watch this video. Trey, honey, thank you once again, because I know what you're saying is true, because I felt it within my being. It's not just coincidental. It's synchronicity that deer showed up. I'm going to pull this up on my cell phone, you all, so I can see the live chat. That's right. You can see it. Hello, Susan B. Honey. So we're going to look at it. Okay, we're going to look at his video, and I'm going to make sure the sound is right, and I may have to, well, you tell me if you can see it. So we're going to get ready to go over here. I got to get this fixed. My audio output capture, I got to get that fixed. And we're going to go over there. We can see that we got people, and 7, 14, 15, whatever. We got this going on over here. we're back to us. We're going to go to TRE57, and I did. This is incredible what he had to say. You know, it's totally, I love it. I love it. It's a testimony. It's a blessing to hear what he said. We're coming over to his channel right here, and I'm going to do it, and we're going to listen. Spiritual protection is real. I'm going to push the button, and you tell me if you can hear it. This is what happened to him.
All right, y'all, real important video. I just got in from work. So today is my daughter's birthday, November 9th, 1998. See that tattooed on me? All right, and this is her name right here. That's Nadaja. Nadaja. And for short, I just call her Deja. Check this out, y'all. So,
okay, so you can hear. That's great, y'all. He had a spiritual encounter.
I was angry about work. Something didn't get handled the way it was supposed to. And not only that, I was on a phone in conversation with somebody, and they could tell how angry I was. And during my drive, if you ever notice that when you're angry, you're not paying attention. My full focus was not on the roadway. I was focusing on the road, but I wasn't focusing on the road. I wasn't off the road. I wasn't swerving. I just was my spirit wasn't driving like it was supposed to. And I'm a very good driver. But while I was driving down this road, I want to say it was a deer that came out on the roadway. I didn't see the deer until it got like 2 feet in front of me, y'all. I mean, it's 2 feet in front of me. And I immediately was like, no. Down on the brakes, not hard, but enough to slow me down. And please explain to me. Y'all know how strong deer are. It never caught the front of my vehicle. Okay, so the passenger side. As you at the point of no return where you know something is going to happen. There's no way out of it. Okay, let's just try to control this. When I got up to the deer, I knew this was going to tear up my ride. It never hit the front of me. And I'm still braking to slow down. And then all of a sudden, I seen out my peripheral, the right side of my eye, I seen a deer come at my car. He made contact with the side of my passenger rear door. Boom! I felt it. It rocked my vehicle. And then I immediately was like, And I saw him stumbling. And I pulled over to the right. I looked at him, and the deer looked at me. And it stumbled like a horse galloping across the street. And it just looked at me, and then it walked off. And I just was slowly walking to the side of my vehicle. And I'm looking like, please, no, this happened before, please, no. And I looked at my vehicle, y'all. There was not one dent in my vehicle. This thing was a buck. Y'all know what a buck is. It wasn't just your regular, it was a buck. Antlers and all. And I felt the impact when he hit the side of me. I'm glad it wasn't frontal, but he still should have tore my yard. I couldn't believe it. Then I got back in. I said, okay, what's going to happen? I took the hazards off, signaled and turned out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get to a more lighter area, and maybe there's some damage up towards the front, down the side. But I know he never made contact with the front of the vehicle. I'm seeing the contact with the eye. He caught the back door. It was like he clipped me, but more of a clip. He was a solid, like a football hit. And so keep in mind, y'all, I was in anger mode. Okay, I was in anger mode. And now I realize that was the spirit of my daughter. Y'all could disagree with me all y'all want. I believe that was the spirit of my daughter telling me to calm down. Because once again, the only reason why I didn't see that deer beforehand is because I was trapped in that anger. I was foggled by that anger. I was blinded. I was mentally taken out of my body spiritually. My spirit wasn't in my body at the time. I wasn't even focusing on the road, but I was. My body wasn't letting me veer off the road. None of that. I was just fogging. When I think about it, it's like, okay, wow. Then I realized the deer was there because I was paying attention, wasn't texting, driving. I don't do none of that. It was just at the last minute I seen him, and then it was like, okay, it's too late. And then, boom, the deer hit the rear passenger door. Not one dent, not one broken light, nothing, y'all, nothing. When I look back at the deer, I told y'all the deer looked at me and did the horse gallop. I could hear his horns on the ground. Click, click, clack, clack, clack. Looked at me like he was getting himself together, and then snapped out of it and was like, see ya. And then I was like, okay, now I got to deal with mine. And that's crazy, y'all. I actually stopped to see if the deer was okay as well. It wasn't like he got hit. Okay, peace out, deer. Yes, I was checking out my ride, but I wanted to see if the deer was all right too, y'all. You know, he hit me. And he only hit me because I didn't see him, because I was trapped into that dispute, you know, that argument about work, you know, trapped into the anger I was dealing with at work. And then I was basically my daughter telling me to chill, because let me tell y'all something. After that happened, the whole way to the house, after that happened, I wasn't even thinking about what happened at work. What went on at work. I wasn't thinking about it. It was out of mind. So it's my daughter telling me, chill. I'll hit you. Chill. So y'all, then I get to the house and then I turn on the TV, and then let me show y'all real quick, and then I'll end this video. I just thought I'd share that with y'all. That was spiritual right there, y'all. And this is her birthday, so happy birthday to my baby girl. Check this out. She resting in peace right now. She in another realm, y'all. She in another life. She living it up in another life. At 6:46, I took a picture of my TV idling, and this is the screenshot. Not a screenshot, but this is me taking a picture of my TV idling, and what are the chances of that? What's the chances of that? Being a deer on there. Y'all don't believe me? Let me show y'all something else. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all real quick that is what the TV does. It idles and plays other things. There go the time right there, so you believe me. Hold on. See that? Now it's 7:08. But that is the TV idling and changing screensavers at will, whenever it wants to. But when I turned the TV on, there was a deer on there. Love y'all. Stay blessed, y'all. Look at that. There it is. There it is. Right there. It changed on its own. There go my hand. My other hand is holding the tablet. Love y'all. Stay blessed. It's real. Spirit energy is real, y'all. Love y'all. We do have people looking over us. We do have we have guardians looking over us, y'all. Ancestors keep an eye on their family. We're not alone. Remember that. Important video.
So, if you're just tuning in, yesterday was his baby girl's birthday, and he had got upset at work. On his way home, he was on the phone, and he was a little angry, and a deer ran out in front of his vehicle. He didn't see it out of nowhere, hit the side of his vehicle. He get out, and he looks. He don't see nothing, and he had his hazards on, and the deer looked at him and trotted off. And then he goes to a more lighted area. He gets home, and on his TV is a screen image. It flashed to that deer. And it's his baby girl birthday. And spiritual protection from the other realm. It is real. It's completely real, you all. And I'm so glad I seen that. I really am. And a lot of you all can attest to that too, that you are being watched over by those that may have passed on before, and or by angelic beings. That's right, guardian angels. He what's this thing? gives his angels charge over you, ministering spirits. Ministering spirits. Yeah. So there may be some of you who do not believe in the spiritual realm at all, but it's been happening for thousands of years. Angelic beings, interdimensional beings. A lot of people have many, many testimonies of things like this happening and seeing, help reach in from the other realm. My dad saw that too when they had a wreck on the, before he passed. They had a wreck on the Tennessee mountains, going down the roads in the Tennessee mountains. He had a heart attack at the wheel. And he was pulling over and he laid down on the ground and he didn't think he was going to make it. He literally saw a massive hand come out of nowhere, touch his body, and he started breathing again. He has since passed, but he didn't die then. He literally saw a hand reach in and touch him. And I know a lot of you all have seen things too, but it's real. So thank you, TRE57 Productions, for sharing that testimony, that beautiful encounter that you had. And thank you for being alert enough to take a screenshot. That is synchronicity. That's right, you all. So I am going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, I love you. Don't ever give up. Don't ever think that you're alone, because you are never alone. Even when you get upset, you're always being watched over. Love you.